As a business owner, and I've been one for 30 years, you'll be very used to the idea of juggling plates, juggling them such that they don't smash all at the same time. Now, as a small business owner, you will have a lot to do in your daily life in running your business. You're responsible for everything from marketing, sales activity, accounting, customer service. It's a bit like an octopus that's got a broom tied on roller skates. And it's no wonder that so many small business owners feel stressed and anxious much of the time. Now, in this week's video, I'm going to be explaining and looking at stress, anxiety, but particularly 4 practical ways that you can cope with that stress in your life, in your business, reduce it such that you manage your productivity, you manage to sustain your business, but most importantly, you win the battle that goes on between your ears and you maintain your sanity. Let's crack on with the video. Now, step 1. I think before you take any action in anything in your business and your life, you've got to try and understand what's behind it, what's the driver, what's actually causing all that stress and anxiety. The first step to solving any problem is to first of all admit that you have one. You may have those around you, friends and family, who may not necessarily vocalize that. You may be manifesting in different ways. But you're going to first of all admit there's an issue before you can resolve it. Identify the cause before you can fix the problem. A mechanic would not fix your car unless they know what's behind it. An accountant wouldn't fix your tax, wouldn't actually advise you unless they understood what was going on in the first place. It's no different when it comes to your stress and anxiety. Now, it could be that you're always busy. There never seems to be enough hours in the day. We know that one, don't we, folks? But you really need to be doing as much as you are, and you simply struggle to delegate. You don't want to let go. You may find it difficult and problematic to outsource some tasks. A do-it-yourself, a DIY attitude can cause more harm than good in the long run. And folks, I speak from experience. As I said, I've been in business for 30 years, and what I'm sharing with you, I've gone through that myself. And maybe you don't have enough money, or you just feel completely lost when it comes to managing your own finances. Now, are you somebody who's constantly worried about what could go wrong? Are you foreseeing disaster when one may not exist? Or is it you're actually taking on too much? You find it very difficult to say no. You find it very difficult to not deliver your service. A lot of us are what I call people pleasers here, and we don't manage our own boundaries. Now, whatever the answer is, identifying the root cause of your stress or anxiety is the first step to managing it. Now, a little bit of stress, by the way, folks, it's a natural thing. It keeps us on our toes. What we're talking about is when that stress and anxiety becomes too much, becomes overwhelming. Having identified what the issues might be, and by all means, talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to your mentors, join the Numbers Know How group. Number 2, find a healthy outlet. Now, once you know what's causing the stress, what's driving it, what's creating that anxiety, then you need to find a way to find a healthy outlet for it. Now, we are social animals, we're human beings, and we're not robots, despite what people might think. Now, just as you need to exercise your body to stay healthy, you also need to pay attention to this, your mind. You need to exercise it. And the good thing is, there are so many different ways in which we can exercise our mind. Some of the more popular outlets include meditation, don't knock it until you've tried it, yoga, I'm a sort of junior practitioner of that myself here, journaling. Some people find it quite cathartic to actually make a journal. It's a confidential private journal. You can do it daily, you can do it twice a day. You choose the time frame. Physical activity exercise, whether it's walking, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's something, whatever it is, reading, getting away from your daily grind and just reading a book that's not necessarily related to your profession. Spending time in nature, going for a walk. You don't necessarily have to hug a tree, but there's no harm in that at all. But select and choose an activity that you are going to enjoy, and it makes you feel good. You will get some positive endorphins coming through, so make the most of it. Make time for it though every day and build up those good habits. Now, it doesn't have to be excessive amounts of time. Even a 5 or 10 minute meditation exercise at the beginning of the day, in the afternoon, at the end of the day, can do powers for you, and it can make a real difference to you. And that's what we want, surely. Now remember, you need every now and again to blow off steam. Well, whatever it does that floats your boat for blowing off that steam, please do that. Do it safely and do it comfortably, just like everybody else does. Well, there is a third thing to do, and that's to find and select a mentor. Now, one of the best ways to cope with stress and anxiety is to find a mentor. Sometimes it's good to talk, as British Telecom would say. It helps to talk to somebody who's been through what you've been going through as well. Again, by all means, friends and family are there to tap into, but unless they're in business, they understand those pressure points, they may offer you very comforting words here, but it may not be what you're after. You need advice, support and understanding. And as a plug, by the way, folks, check out the show notes at the end. We have the Numbers Know-How community membership for you to explore, and you may find solace in there, as well as great resources and information. Now, furthermore, having a mentor to show you the way can also help avoid making the same mistakes that they did, save you time, money, and stress. Now, a mentor can be anyone, as I said, from a family member or business buddy. It can be your own accountant. I've mentored lots of clients over my last 30 years here, or it could be a financial advisor, somebody who may have walked the walk, talked the talk. They don't have to be in the same industry, but there's got to be a degree of understanding and empathy. The important thing is you feel comfortable talking to them about what makes you worry, and you may find you're not alone. You may find that though things that are causing you anxiety are more common than you give it credit to. They should be offered to be willing advice and offer help and support. Last thing, your own team. Turn to them, utilize them, use them. Remember, in this thing, you're not alone. You may feel that you've got to keep everything to yourself. You may find that you don't want to share this because you don't want to overburden people. Too many business owners will feel the same way as you do. So turn to your network, turn to your team for support. You would be surprised how understanding and helpful they can be. In my experience, people love to help. Now, your team is there to help. And that team can be made up of freelancers, your own staff. Delegate tasks that aren't a good use of your time. Ask for advice and lean on them when you need to. It will make your business, certainly the running of it, a lot easier, and that's what we want. And it makes you keep sane in the process as well. So what's our final thoughts, folks, on this one? Well, hopefully these tips have been of some benefit and some help. If you want to share with me your own tips for keeping the stress at bay and the anxiety levels, I'd love to hear them. But remember, you're not alone in this, and many, many business owners struggle with stress and anxiety. But by following these tips, you can also learn to cope with it in a healthy and a productive manner. Until next time, folks, keep those stress levels at a healthy level, check out the show notes, and join up with the Numbers Know-How business community.